pressure. Lofting one, end zone incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster couldn't catch up. There's a flag at the 10. Hang on, there's a penalty.
Prior to the pass, holding, number 24, defense.
Worst case scenario, you'll see James Bradbury. They're going to say he grabs him. He's got his left hand on his back. I don't know. Mike, listen, I think on this stage, I think you let him play.
I mean, I pulled the jersey, they called holding. I was hoping they would let it ride, but it wasn't holding. I was hoping he would let it go, but of course, he's a ref. This is a big game, and it was a holding, so they called it.
The Morning Roast is live on YouTube right now. Take it away, Bonte.
Steph, how you feeling? Steph
I'm sorry,
and Curry.
the camera.
Say, hey, Steph, that was defensive holding, Steph. LeBron James, stop tweeting. That was defensive holding. Bradbury just admitted it. He just admitted it. He's the same guy who Debo Samuel called trash over the weekend.
LeBron, sit this one out.
You know what? LeBron sit it out. Steph Curry, you're all good.
I'm Bradley Coopered the F out.
Was he at the game?
I'm so sick of him.
Was he at the game?
The other guy, what's the other guy? What's the other guy who now everybody's making into a star because he's Goose's kid from Top Gun 2? What's that guy's name? He did the Bud Light commercial. Miles Teller. I am so sick of Delaware, North New Jersey, and Philadelphia. Take a 6-month hike. South Jersey, North Jersey. I don't care. Sorry, I'm watching too much.
Speaking of L's, Philadelphia, by the way, Phillies, Eagles, and there was the
MLS
Philadelphia
Cup
Union.
team.
Yeah, the MLS team.
I watched that game. Remember the Galaxy? Not the Galaxy. LA City. I think
LAFC.
LAFC.
Philadelphia Union might have had the worst penalty kicks I've ever seen in my life.
The worst penalty kicks ever. I think Durant has a little stake in that soccer team. So they lose. The Phillies lose the World Series. It's the city of losers, not the city of brotherly love. That's 3 straight losses, you losers. There ain't no parades happening in Philadelphia. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
All right.
Could happen to a better city.
Or a worse one. All right, so Andy Reid, it was very interesting to me. Like, for years, Philadelphia, Andy Reid can't do this, can't do that, can't win the big one. And I think I subscribed to it because at some point you just kind of tap out from all the coverage about Andy Reid, right? Like, so many people wanted to run him out of town. And, like, I know our program director used to be in Philadelphia,
right, Matt
Hegan, and he's like, it just ran its course. I think Andy Reid is the cautionary tale for Niner fans when it comes to Kyle Shanahan. And where I'm going is this. Like, I know, you got to win the big one. I get it. Like, at some point, you got to win it. But when you've got somebody who's kind of ahead of the curve and who puts together competitive teams year after year after year, you got to kind of like...
You got to ride it out.
Yeah.
So, listen, it was funny. I was watching right before the Super Bowl. I watched this doc on the 72 Dolphins.
Okay.
Perfection, basically.
Yeah. Was Mercury Morris stunting?
Dude, he was stunting hard.
Brian Zonka.
Dude, they were
Larry
all,
Zonka.
Larry Zonka, dude.
Brian
They were stunting. They won back-to-back Super Bowls, 72-73.
Yeah.
And Shula never won another Super Bowl.
No.
Yet Joe Robbie, the long time over the Dolphins, kept him there.
Yeah.
And Shula retired in 1995. He coached the Dolphins for 25 years. But he had him competitive. And Joe Robbie said, you know what? We'll stick with this guy. He won his 2 Super Bowls, built in equity, got us to another couple Super Bowls in the 80s. And look, they couldn't get over the Buffalo Bills in the early 90s. You try it with Dan Marino, but he stuck with him. Philadelphia stuck with Andy Reid for quite some time. At that point, when he did get let go, it all felt like it was time. You talk to people in Philadelphia, they say, look, we love Andy. He's done a lot of good things. We just need something new. We need something fresh.
He took over a Kansas City team that was drafting number 1 overall.
And they were struggling.
Number 1 overall.
Yeah,
and by the way,
Fisher.
they missed on that pick.
Yeah, Eric Fisher.
Just Fisher. In general. But I guess my point is I know, like, you can't win the big one. Shanahan can't win the big one. You look at someone like Andy Reid. He's been doing it for so long. What's he, 65 now?
Yeah, he's old.
All right. He's going to basically catapult himself into, top 2, 3 coaches since Bill Walsh left?
Since Bill Walsh left.
I mean, Jimmy Johnson's up there.
There's Belichick. There's Jimmy Johnson.
But Jimmy, I don't think, was this excellent for this long.
No, he wasn't.
And he was awesome. I'm not trying to discredit him.
He wasn't. Dungy's not there.
No.
Chuck Gruden's not there. Who's that?
No, but since Bill Walsh.
Since Bill Walsh.
Okay.
Since Bill
Like
Walsh.
Parcells, I don't think.
Joe Gibbs.
Joe Gibbs is a really good one. 3 Super Bowls.
Are you taking
Gibbs
him over
really
Andy Reid? Because Andy, the way he's evolved as the rules have evolved.
I would take Andy Reid over Joe Gibbs, but I want to put some respect on Joe Gibbs' name.
No, I think
because Joe Gibbs was legit. Yeah. And he tried to come back, and they made the playoffs. He knew, though, that the game had kind of passed him by.
I'm just thinking about, like, if you look at what Andy Reid did.
Mike Shanahan?
Yes. When you look at what Andy Reid did in that era where it was more defensive-oriented, he always could move the ball. Now that the rules have kind of shifted to where.
He's evolved. the
He's
spring
even
game.
better.
Right.
He's better than ever. Now, you could say Joey's got Mahomes. Well, he hand-selected him.
Right.
And now they're going to go down in terms of duos. It's Walsh and Montana,
Belichick, Brady.
Belichick and Brady. I think they're already higher. I think he's already higher than Shanahan and Elway. I think he already is.
Because
it was at the end.
It was TD.
Yes.
Terrell Davis was the factor in those games. He was the best running back in pro football. He carried that Broncos team. Andy Reid will turn 65 March 19th. And it looks like he's got another 10 years left in him.
And he can't leave now.
No, he's not leaving.
But I guess
close.
Just to put a bow on it, Niner fans, I know we're disappointed. We're frustrated that Shanahan can't win the big one, as everyone always says that. You got to kind of stick with this thing and let it ride out, because I don't want to be sitting here 5-10 years from now going, how did we let Shanahan get away?
Yeah, he's got to win one, though.
I know,
one. But he's won a lot of big games, but he's got to win one. He's got to get that Super Bowl. You know what? It's going to be hard. Before we get to taking him to school, the 49ers this offseason,
they have a lot of work.
They've got to draft to beat the Chiefs and draft to beat the Eagles.
Speed edge rushers.
Those are your guys. Those are the two teams you need to get past next season. It's the Chiefs, it's the Eagles.
And offensive
Lock
line.
in. And real quick, 510, Xfinity Mobile text line. Why does Tomlin never make the list? He's got the one Super Bowl. He's never finished under 500. That's really good.
And what he has that what he does not have that these other guys have, he has not catered to one side of the ball where I could say
he's like the CEO.
Yeah,
he's
not like Pete Carroll. He's the architect of that defense.
But
I look at Andy Reid and I go, he's the architect of that offense. I'm not taking anything away from Tomlin. I just think it's harder to quantify what he's doing on game day.
To not lose that locker room year in and year out. If he wins another one, he's in that category.
He's awesome.
He's in that. He will get the respect. Maybe not as much as Andy Reid, but he will get that respect.